Okay. See here. Okay, obviously, y'all already know that I don't do tech stuff, so this is very interesting for me. Um, I was trying to stream this in landscape and I don't think it's working. But can y'all hear me okay? Is that is that a thing where y'all can hear me? Hello, my dark darlings. Can you hear me? Oh gosh. All right. Yeah, y'all know I'm not a tech person, so this this is a whole lot of something for me. I'm gonna try because I tried with my laptop earlier and it didn't work. And now I'm gonna try with this is going through my phone. So I'm gonna try rotating it to see if you can do landscape because I set this up for y'all and I want you to see what's behind me. So let me let me see if I'm just messing up your world right now. Did I just mess up your world? Is everything wrong now? Okay, I'm gonna put it back. All right. All right, cool. All right, well, hey, y'all. Oh my gosh. Hasn't this just been a month? I mean, wow, oh my gosh, this has been a month. Okay, so what we're going to do today is not only are we going to like connect with each other because God knows we just kind of need it with all the social distancing and the shelter in place, but we're going to knock out like some horror stories. We're just going to have like a good old time with each other. And yeah, I am. Ugh, all my tech stuff is just all weird everywhere. So, how about we start off with some shout outs first? And then we're going to jump into a scary story. I have a few really good ones for you. So I'm really looking for these are user submitted ones. So more than likely your story is about to be said. But let's go ahead and say a couple of shout outs here. Oh, off the top of my head, I wanna say real quick, um, just a Bigfoot who has internet in the woods. Shout out to you. Really enjoy what you're doing. I'm trying to work you into a story actually. So just laying that out there. So some more shout outs. Scorpio 21, 2003. You just got your shout out. We also have Pancho Medina. Oh, you like that I have Doctor Strange and things in the background? Yes. Okay. This is just, let's say, a third of my collectibles that I have, like not even a third. Um, See if I can angle that a little bit. Like you see some of my tarot decks here. This isn't even half of what I own. Then yeah, I have Doctor Strange, Thanos, of course. Can you see up here Shuri and Black Panther? Some of my crystals. I've got Negan from Walking Dead all the way up here. Oh, yeah, because you got to have your zombie horrors. You know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've got a bunch of things here. This is something that was just like, oh, I want to have something for my dark darlings to be able to focus on. Oh, some more shout outs. Taylor George. You just got your shout out. And Dusan Kosovic. You just got your shout out. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into a scary story first. I've set a bit of atmosphere for myself and for you. As I see some candles burning here, have my crystals here. Okay, so for these spooky stories, I specifically wanted to do some stories that have been user submitted from like very awesome people, very awesome people. And I did my best to just peruse. So I actually don't know how these stories end. So we're going to find that out together. So before we start, we're going to go ahead and light a black candle to help us get rid of negativity and just to kind of breathe for a second. Because yeah, I know that we're all in a shelter in place, stay at home, social distancing. We're all exiling ourselves for the good of the realm, kind of a thing. And I know that it's difficult. I'm on 14 days of self-isolation right now, and then having to do all this tech stuff myself. Well, we're gonna make it through. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start with this first story after we. Okay. Oh, and I see, real quick, some of y'all are asking if I'm okay. You know, I think I'm gonna be better after spending time with you. I think that's going to help me out a lot. Hopefully it helps you out a lot too. So let's go ahead and go into our first spooky story, and then we shall chat some more, and then some more spooky stories. So hopefully this person is in the room then, in the chat room with us, because that would be awesome. Okay, let's see. Which one do we want to do first? Because, yeah, I've got a couple for you. Okay, here we go. And excuse me if I get your name wrong, like the way that you like to pronounce it, but I'm going to read this in this entirety. Hello, my name is Tahisha, and I have a story to tell you. Thank you for taking your time to check this out, and please notify me if this has a chance to be featured in your stories. It most definitely does. Ever since I was little, I kept telling everyone around how daring and brave I was. I got along really well with my siblings and everyone, so life was pretty much perfect for me, and I especially had a talent for playing cricket. Not one of the best, but still really good for someone my age, 6 years old. There was a really old house right in front of ours. I didn't like it from the start. It always gave me chills and like someone was watching me from there. Nobody loves it there, and yet there was always this eerie feeling of someone's presence around. But I would always shrug it off, for I didn't want to come out as weak. Soon developers came and decided to build another house, so they tore it down. One day, my brother and our housemaid went out to play cricket. I was excited, so I followed after them. It was like a ritual to us. Every Friday, we would run out in the evening in front of our house to play our favorite sport. We tossed, and in the end, I won. I took my favorite position as the batter. Brother was absolutely jealous of my position, so he kept behaving rude to me throughout the game. I scored 6 after 6, and I was not out yet. I giggled. Finally, I felt a huge rush of adrenaline and hit the ball with all my might. It passed over the line and flew into that old house, or what was left of it. Hey, Tahisha, my brother looked over at me with a sassy tone. Since you have the ball this time, you go get it all alone. I was terrified. What's wrong? Scared? My brother teased as he laughed. Hey now, let's all go together. Your mother would kill us if she found we let Tahisha go all alone there, our maid, Jehonor, said. With little to no debate, we all agreed on going together. Scene change to the house. Thankfully, there was no bad smell lingering around. Pieces of debris and dust were everywhere, with chunks of wall and cement standing tall enough to hide my small figure. Me and Jehonor will take this route, and Tahisha, you go that way, brother pointed out to me. I was shocked, but before I could say anything, they were already gone. I was angry at the both of them. I was so angry that I didn't bother to look where I was going. The only thing on my mind was, I have to find the ball before they do. I am better than them. I quickened my pace and jogged, frantically yet carefully looking for the red cricket ball. My small feet ran over the fallen debris and jumped over 1-foot walls, getting dirt all over my clothes, but that was the least of my worries. Suddenly, I was conscious of my surroundings. It was quiet, awfully quiet. I had this chill run down my spine as I whipped my head around to see if anyone was there watching. "Brother?" I called out. "Sister Janahor?" I called out again. Nothing replied back. I suddenly remembered why I was wary of this place, the feeling of being watched. I quickened my pace, unknowingly going deeper into the ruins of the old building. I started to run now, as fast as my small feet could carry me. I got scared, but then I saw it in front of me, a red ball. It was the cricket ball. I momentarily forgot about my current situation as a little bit of glee filled me. I ran to the ball and picked it up. The moon was up by now. It shone brightly in the sky and illuminated the vacant space I was standing in. It was beautiful, enchanting. I felt being lulled as my eyes got droopy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Leaves repeatedly crunched underneath someone's feet as they ran towards my direction. My little heart filled up as I looked at my intruder. It was Janahor. I started, but got cut off by her frantic look. "There's no time. We have to leave and don't look back, no matter what." She grabbed my hand and ran off. I was confused, but believed her words. And yet, being the curious child, I risked one look back. There was a human hand skeleton peeking out from beneath where I was standing. It wriggled out its fingers and stood. It quickly shuffled forward like a spider and ran towards us. I screamed and ran faster, feeling it almost graze my ankle. Janahor had already left my hand and ran away to the front. I huffed and ran fast and fast and faster before I felt something hard and thin grab a hold of my ankle. I tripped and fell on a broken branch. I choked back a sob before shuffling to my feet and running away faster than ever. Finally, I saw my brother and Janahor standing at the entrance with a knowing face, laughing. "What? There was a..." I stuttered as I tried to explain what I saw. They just laughed hysterically before putting a hand on my shoulder. "Oh my God, you were so easy to scare," my brother laughed. "Sorry for that stunt back there. It was all Tassir's fault." Janahor laughed as she pointed at my brother. But I sure as heck wasn't laughing. It wasn't just a figment of my imagination. It felt too real. However, at that moment, I was so fed up with their pranks, I just pushed past them and ran to my room. It was only then when I realized my brother was holding the red ball in his hand at the entrance, the very same ball I had left behind under the moonlight. The end. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. I would appreciate it if you find this worthy of being broadcasted, or even better, being mentioned in your YouTube channel. Thank you. Yes, our author here is Taskin Mahir, also goes by Tahisha. Thank you so much for this story. I really enjoyed having this to do on the live stream right now. Let us know in the comments what you think of Tahisha's story, if maybe we should have that as a video. I really like how this ended up. I did not read this all the way through. I read the first part of it and I was like, that's going on the live stream. So, oh, we have some more shout outs. Oh, Cece Perone. Hi, I love you so much. You're one of my biggest inspirations. Oh my gosh. You don't understand how good that makes me feel right now. Yeah, as I know, like that all of you are also at home right now, you know, and all of us are dealing with with what's going on in the world right now. I don't know if you might have someone that you know is sick or anything like that, but just like in the whole, it's amazing how us just being able to be here for each other in this way. I was really, really looking forward to this live stream with all of y'all. Along with that, with what's going on in the world right now, I was just like, hey, let's choose something to be unsettled about, and let's do some spooky stories, and let's chat with each other. Okay, so something that I do want to tell you before we go into our next spooky story is, yeah, I don't know if you know that um, we have stuff that we're doing on Popbase. If you want to pop over there, we have, yeah, I have an avatar over there. She's a sassy little thing. So be prepared for that if you go over there on Popbase. And oh, thank you so much. All of you were saying that you really that you love Snarled's videos. It's like, thank you. Yeah, we work very, very hard on these. There's a lot of processes and writing and draft work that goes into each one. Along with Popbase, we are going down the merch trail. So, you know, we're getting together with, I believe their name is Teespring, and we'll have a bunch of stickers that are available. Those stickers will be of our monsters. Like, so that's something to stay tuned for. We're going to have more on our community tab page for what's going to be going on with that. Oh, and then something else, something that I was going to do with this live stream, but unfortunately it's not in just yet. Unicorn Spit, if you know them, they are like glazes and gel stains. They know that my favorite color is Galaxy, also known as iridescent or rainbow. So they reached out to me, and I'm an affiliate with them. I'll try to drop the link in the description box like after this uploads, so that you could then, if you want to purchase some Unicorn Spit gel stains or glazes or things, then yeah, that'll be really cool, because for the next live stream, I want to be able to like make some paint stuff or glaze some stuff, tell some horror stories, you know, a little bit of crafty to go along with all the spooky horror fun, you know, that kind of a thing. So let's see. Oh, also, I don't know if you are following us on Instagram yet, Something Scary. It's We Are Snarled on Instagram, and we have a roulette of what Something Scary monster are you. I've had a lot of fun with that. We also have that on the community tab if you haven't had a chance to. And it's yeah, it's just literally one of those, it's a filter, and then you like tap it and you see which monster you are. I was the Nishi, which I loved, because the Nishi is a very effective monster. Can you imagine that? Like, you're just minding your own business, and in our particular story, you know, just cycling with your friend, and then you hear your name called. Who doesn't respond to their name being called? Super, super effective monster. But yeah, as far as how is everybody doing, I really, really want you to reach out to us and let us know what's going on with that. So feel free to leave that in the comments or email us, somethingscary@snarled.com. But definitely go ahead and leave comments. You know, with this community, I want us to be able to uphold each other. Like this love of horror that we have, you know, all of us, that's important, and that's something to help see us through this. So yeah, with how I've been doing, like I said earlier, I have been 14 days now of self-isolation, of just like not leaving, and it is not the easiest thing ever. I'm an extroverted introvert, so I thought, oh, it'd be easy to just be inside all the time. It's not necessarily as easy as I thought it would be. So being able to reach out like this is very, very helpful. There's a number of services that are like online to help you reach out to friends also. I don't know if you know Zoom yet, to be able to get some face-to-face as opposed to like Google Hangout and Duo or our Facebook Messenger. But Zoom I've been doing for online gaming with other people. And oh, I just saw someone, Holly Duffy says, I stay up all night listening to Snarled. Bless you, darling. Yeah, I would hope that our stories are a really nice source of comfort right now, and we are doing our best to, keep it spooky and keep it snappy for you. um and I love it when you leave comments with like stories that you would like to have in the future, like and I'm we're reading these and we're taking them down. Like, I know that we want a Croatian horror sometime. Someone has asked for that. Cool, we're looking and researching that up. But yeah, in fact, because a lot of you reach out like very awesome stuff. And I know we have a couple of fan letters here that, oh, this is something that was brought up. And I wanted to address this in case there was anybody that also felt this way. This person goes by Enderman. That's going to be their nickname for privacy. In the last podcast episode, Chased by Fate, there was the story of the alphabet doll. The author of this story suggested that I tell others to expand the circle. However, the author also said to tell someone whose name started with the letter before the letter starting my name. My actual name starts with an A. Does that mean that I tell someone whose name starts with a Z, or do I not have a chance? And then along with that, we have from a longtime fan, Kel. Dear Snarled, hello, this is not a story submission, but a plead. I hope you read it until the end. I have been an old fan of this show. I really love listening to your podcasts every time I do chores, but it has been bothering me lately. Can you please stop telling chain stories? Something like pass this to this person or something like that. Even though the story itself is very interesting, the passing to other people isn't. It scares me because I really do try to pass the story. I'm an anxious person, so I hope it stops. Okay, so for these, I want to alleviate some anxiety for that. We do have a number of stories that are based in truth and true experiences. In fact, a bunch of the stories that you'll see coming to you in April will be like first count or original content, first person accounts. With the alphabet doll, for instance, that is an entertaining story that was given to us and that we then punched up in a certain way. I don't want you to have anxiety over these stories. So I want you to know that if you do not pass it along, it should be okay. If you feel uncomfortable not passing it along, then you could do something like tell a close friend or tell a parent. But we're not trying to give you like any kind of complex or anything like that with our stories. It's literally, we want you to be able to take time out, to be able to be scared or to be unsettled because you choose to be. It's not anything that we want to force on you or like how the world is in general. Literally, it's a source of entertainment and it's life. It connects us together. So I see some comments asking about my lipstick. I'm always prepared for you now because y'all know how I am with my lipstick. It's Matte Glam by Masani and also Televator as a cover by Kat Von D, because I love my you know how I love my lipsticks. Okay, so let's go ahead. Yeah, we've got time for another story. Oh, there's so many fun ones here. Ooh, okay. All right, we're gonna do this one because I love the title. I love how y'all get titles going. Let's see if we have, let me check real quick if there's any questions that we have that I can answer real quick before. Oh, and y'all want Japanese horror. We got you. We got you. We do. Don't worry. We will take care of you. Okay, so let's go ahead with this next spooky story. Midnight Playtime. Midnight Playtime. This is from Jordan Canup. Hey, my name is Jordan, and I have an interesting story for Snarl that I experienced when I was younger. When I was about 5 years old, I lived in an older house in Japan. I had this doll, her name was Daisy, that I kept with me at all times that belonged to my sister when she was my age too. I took it everywhere, whether it was in my small remote-controlled car or in my bed, especially in my bed. One night, not like any other, I went to bed. The baby monitor was on, and my doll was right beside me. I woke up randomly and realized my doll was in the chair in the corner of my room, sitting upright. I went to go grab my doll, but winced back because I realized I had a long, piercing cut on my finger. I then reached back and grabbed my doll and put it next to me and went back to bed. I woke up in the morning by my parents shaking me. My doll was back in the corner of my room, and I was covered in many scratches. They weren't bleeding, but there was definitely blood. While I didn't need to go to the emergency room, I definitely remember needing to get some kind of medical attention. My parents were terrified of what had happened, and they went through the security footage, but realized that the security camera had turned off at 11 o'clock that night. My parents had put the doll away in a bin with a few other dolls that they kept in my dad's closet. We moved back to Hawaii when I was 6, and I almost forgot about the incident until I turned 13. We were packing up the house, and I went into my dad's room to help pack up the things of mine that I kept in his dresser or his closet. I opened up the closet to get some of my books when I saw the box with the dolls. We didn't take those dolls to our new house. I'm not sure if you guys take stories anymore, but I hope mine was an experience to read. So thank you very much, Jordan Canup, for that story. I love that it worked out that we were talking about dolls, and then yours was also about that. Ooh, wow. Okay, so reading that immediately makes me think of a doll that I had when I was younger, when I lived in London. I've told y'all before that I'm a military brat, so I've lived a number of places. This doll is like one of those Raggedy Ann dolls, you know, exactly like that, with the red hair and the yarn, you know, and the little jumper-like outfit. That doll, I can't even remember how I got it. I assume it was a present from someone at somewhere at some time. That doll was never stayed where I left it. Not a single time. It would always just be somewhere else. And I'm not an only child. I have a younger brother, but my younger brother LP would not go near that doll. Never. I ended up, I don't know if I should feel guilty about this, but I ended up giving the doll away. One of my friends, she was with the Connor family, the Connors. She took a liking to the doll when she'd come over to my place. She enjoyed the doll. I was like, that's yours. You can have it. No problem. So I actually don't know what ended up happening with that. I would hope that their energies matched each other. But yeah, Jordan, thank you for this story, because that definitely inspired me for my own. Ooh, I might have to like take notes down with this, because this live stream is helping us both out. Man, we could probably do a longer story too. Oh, here's a good one. They wrote a poem. Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we get to our final story here, well, maybe it'll be our final one. I don't know. We're having a good time right now. Oh, I see here. Oh, Cici Peroni again. Can you do La Llorona or any Mexican horror story? Oh, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Croatian horror, Mexican horror. Definitely. Yeah. Put in comments give us things that you want us to tackle, because I am all for, and we keep on saying it, like things that come from like your community or just things that you've heard. We want it. Hit us up with that so that we can turn that into a video, or that we can do a podcast for you with it. Oh, and real quick, I wanna bring this up. So we know that today is, oh gosh, what, today's the 25th? Okay, in any case, next week is going to be, this week is basically the last week. So our video that's going to be coming out on Tuesday is going to be on the last day of the month, last day of March, which means that, well, you know what begins the next month. So just keep that in mind when you see what video is coming for you um, this upcoming Tuesday. Oh, I see I do Brazilian horror, Oregon story, Korean horror. These are good. Those are good suggestions, y'all. Put them in the comments so then I can link that to people. Or, or it's just like, hey, I need to have a Brazilian horror. Hey, I want to have a Croatian horror. And we had a Chupacabra. We had that. We had our Mythical Monsters episode. Go ahead and look at that. But we have a Chupacabra story in there. Okay, so let's see if there's any other business stuffs. Keeping in mind, if you didn't hear before, I'm an affiliate with Unicorn Spit. Next live stream, we're going to be doing stuff with like paints. I'm going to get like sticky with something. We're going to do that. We're going to do horror. I'm also going to be jazzing up my channels a little bit more now that I'm able to do this with y'all with Something Scary. I think, because as y'all can see, I have a lot of interests. So, I'm probably going to end up doing some tarot stuff on my channel, along with like some little horror stuff. Maybe talk comic books. That's how, I'm an entertainment host, y'all, and I'm a huge nerd. Huge nerd. This is me. Wrestling, comic books, all of that. Let's see, any other business? I feel like I'm missing something. And I don't want to leave anything very, very super important out. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what I forgot with Popbase. All right. You can download the app from the App Store on iPhone or Android. And the link for the Popbase is in the end card of yesterday's video. So yesterday's video was Killer Threads. So I'm hoping that y'all really enjoyed that. I haven't looked at the comments for that yet, but I have a couple here of people that, here's a shout out to Chris Mingus on Killer Threads. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. He's one of our patrons. He left a comment on Patreon for Killer Threads. That is fun. Oh my God, I miss karaoke so much, y'all. Those that follow me on Instagram and how I used to post about karaoke all the time. Oh gosh. Oh, that's the worst part about this, not having karaoke. I'm gonna find some way to do karaoke. That's gonna happen. And let's do some quick shout outs and then we'll go into this. Amy Robertson, you just got your shout out. They say, you work extremely hard. You're so inspirational. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to the Alpha. Go, self-isolation is boring. Well, hopefully we're giving you some entertainment every week so that you have that to look forward to and listen to. Okay. Let's see. Annabelle Pondo, please shout me out. You just got your shout out. Oh, Paltix Ops. You just got your shout out. I once had this American Girl doll that haunted my dreams until I put her away. Whew, that is heavy. Oh, okay, real quick. Avery Smith is asking, what bracelets am I wearing? I am focusing a lot on color magic right now, just like crystals. And the reason why I lit a black candle for our reading today, which black candles helps like get rid of negativity and let things go. For my bracelets, I have, I'm doing red color magic. This is soda light, soda. Oh my gosh, I can't speak anymore. Sodalite, which is a blue stone for communication. It's like the throat chakra, which is also blue. And then I have my moldavite here, which is it's it's a meteor. Yeah, it's meteorite, surrounded by what is this? Oh, surrounded by black tourmaline, and yeah, just to help temper it down because it is a powerful, powerful stone. And Artalica first. Auntie, do some African horror, baby. I got you. Yeah, we'll do that. I can do that. I noticed that y'all really loved our South African horror stories. Can definitely do that for you. Auntie got you. And then Lily Steffens, and then we'll go ahead and get into our horror story. You remind me so much of my family. We're all about that good spiritual energy and positivity. Crystals and healing, love and acceptance. You just got your shout out, baby. And yes, thank you. Especially in this time, it can be so easy to try to snap at each other or and you know, because we're social animals is what we do. We get out and about. And to not be able to do that, we might end up snipping and snapping at the people around us. Do your best not to do that. I mean, there are other outlets that you can do. I've started really delving into classic horror movies. For instance, I just had a really good rewatch of George Romero's original classic. Oh gosh, I want to say Dawn of the Dead. There are so many of the Dead movies, but yeah, the original one is like 1968. It's black and white classic. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to give that a go. It is very tension filled and it's very patient. Do not expect the pacing that you get with things like The Walking Dead that you would get with that movie. But also keep in mind that if you didn't have movies like that, you wouldn't have Negan and Lucille and you know all the such. Um, we stand on the shoulders of giants, of horror giants, all the time. All right, so okay, let's go ahead and do this next story, and then we're gonna do a wrap up after that. This submission is a poem from Varsha Katapali. Thank you, Varsha. Hi, I am Varsha Katapali from India. Below is a horror story in the form of a poem I wrote back in grade 9. I would be glad if this gets featured in Something Scary's Tuesday episode. Well, Wednesday live stream, but we got you. A beautiful red watch beside mine. Never, ever even dare to go to that park once it has got dark. Never even step in that place. People who have dared have gone insane in every case. The spirits who live there are too dreadful to face. I was beginning to hear rumors about that park everywhere. There's a devil's house, to be fair. People who have gone there have never got out of their despair. But one night, I wasn't able to sustain. My foolish heart got the better of my brain. What has got people insane in that park? I was curious to know. So I wasn't able to stop my toe once it was midnight. I stepped into a place with no single street light. No light was a matter of fact, as no electrician was brave enough to perform that act. Now I was really beginning to fear, as not a single noise was I able to hear. Then suddenly, with fright, my skin grew a pale shade of white, as somewhere inside a single light shone. Beside it, a beautiful girl, sitting all alone. She was helplessly weeping. In a cold night when the whole city was sleeping, I decided to approach her to help. As I reached her, I was about to. Now I understood what drove people insane in every case. It was the heavenly beauty of her face. The girl seemed to me all normal, a friendly face with whom you could be informal. My friend, what makes you cry? Tell me your problems, I might give a try. I cheerfully said, as all those precious tears she shed, she did not utter a word, which felt quite awkward. My friend, at least tell a lie. But please do give me a reply. What's your regret? She began to say, you can mind your own business, I bet. I didn't mind her reply. At least she was straightforward and didn't pretend to lie. Very well, I gave a sigh. And all the love stories men have wooed, the girls used to be charming but rude. Love story in the middle of the night felt absurd, but she seemed a normal girl, so it wasn't a word. I sat beside her, enchanted by her charm, and gently held her arm. Tell me your name at least, my friend. My name is Ariane, she did end. Wow, that's a nice name. I am Josh, I did mumble, trying to be a bit caring and humble. Okay, I'll tell you my problem, she did sigh. I have been kicked out of my house, it isn't a lie. I have nowhere to go in the middle of the night. This park would be the last place I would go, I said out of fright. If I was you, I wouldn't trust strangers who were new. If you haven't got a problem, friend, in my home your night you could spend. She sighed. Even though this park is safe from beastly men, I think I can. So to my home we did walk. Before sleeping for hours we talked, though I was a bit shocked that safely I had returned from that place, which drove people insane in every case. I led her to the guest room's bed, when my hand she did hold. Could I sleep beside you? I am afraid alone. I was surprised, but okay, friend, I awkwardly sighed. She took off her beautiful red watch beside mine and slept. When I dozed off to sleep, I saw a dream. She was Ariane, but without a soul, so I gave a scream. She was just smoke. Her aura did dreadfully choke. I'm not a girl, I am a ghost. Wanna know why people fear the park the most? My dear friend Josh, whoever came in, my heart they did win. To their homes I was led. I even requested to sleep on the same bed, but they tried to take advantage. That was even the reason why I died. I was a normal human just like you, she sighed. Kicked out of my house and there I cried. A man helped me, took me to his house. Later, I committed suicide, as out of embarrassment, nowhere I could hide. So every night I sit and cry in that park, and everyone who enters after dark tried to take advantage in the same way. This isn't a lie, I say, so they are driven insane. They tried to touch, but in vain. You were the first good man, so spare you? Of course I can. Goodbye. You broke the curse. That park is no longer haunted, she ended up saying this verse. I woke with a start. I could hear every beat of my heart. There was no Ariane ghost beside me. Everywhere I did see, maybe it was just a dream, as horrific as it did seem. I saw something which sent a chill down my spine. It was a beautiful red watch laying beside mine. By Varsha Kotapalli from India. Wow. You wrote that in 9th grade? That is amazing. Varsha, that was so good. I hope that you see this live stream because, yeah, like I said at the beginning of this, all of these are unedited. I've only looked at the first part of the beginning of it and I was like, oh, I gotta do this for the live stream. Oh my gosh, my person, you nailed that. That was beautiful and spooky. Oh my. Okay, so what did we learn from this? Don't go to parks that you know is haunted. But then also, I mean, think about it. If he hadn't gone to the park, if he hadn't braved, what everybody else said don't go to do, would her curse have ever been broken? Oh, oh, that was deep. That was deep. These are the twisted webs, you know. Okay, let's see here. Oh, from Pop Base, we have some things here. Jugador 441449747. I love your videos, and I'm new. I'm so happy, but I love scaring you guys. I love how you guys work. I've been seeing your videos when I was 11 years old. Now I'm 13 years old. Love you. Love you. That's your shout out, Jugador. Thank you for being with us with Pop Base. Another pop-based one. Oh, nice. Alexandria Buck says, could you do the story of the monkey's paw? I sent you the story via email. It would make my day, month, and year if you narrated the story. Wow, that is a coincidence because in an upcoming podcast, we totally did a twist on the monkey's paw called the Twisted Monkey's Paw. That's going to be on the audio podcast. So we are wrapping this up, y'all. So we're gonna do like a couple more shout outs, and I'm gonna tell you one last thing, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Right here. Oh my God, I love your videos. Like, I'm a big fan. Keep it up, girly. Please give me a shout out on YouTube. Sienna Lee Ayala, sweet dreams. And then a little heart. Adore you. That is so cute. Love that. Okay, let's see some shout outs here. Michaela Killian, you just got your shout out, darling. You say, I feel for the ghost. Yeah, from that last story by Varsha. I feel for that ghost too. That's rough, right? Ooh. Minecraft Man, I love your vid. Please shout me out. You just got your shout out. Let's see here. Ghost Town. With an E, ghost_town with an E. Shout me out, please. I love your Funko Pops. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Got my shirt and my Black Panther. Thank you. Braylon Clues, I'm your biggest fan. I'm the biggest Snarled fan, and I just want to have a shout out. You just got your shout out. Oh my gosh. And Madison Reed, I will cry. You will make my day if you shout me out. You just got your shout out, baby. Oh man, I've really enjoyed this time with y'all a lot. We read your comments, we hear where you're going with stuff, and yeah, also leave comments in here. We've previously done this monthly with having the live stream. I mean, how would y'all want to do this? Like maybe every 2 weeks instead? Oh, and then right here, K-pop room. I'm Notorious Dreams 01. Yeah, shout out to you. I didn't expect that you would read my story. Yeah, well, it happened. We are listening to y'all, and we care. So yeah, that's a definite thing. Okay, but yeah, in the comments, if you can read, I mean, is monthly working for y'all? I mean, I can do it more often. Like we could do bi-weekly. How are y'all feeling about the draw live stream that we do? Yeah, I mean, are there other things that you would want to do? Like I have a number of scary stories, like even just right here, like a number of things that I can read, like the Brothers Grimm, and a number of other things. Oh, once again, look forward to March 31st, the last day in March, right before the first day in April. There's a special thing that's gonna be happening with y'all. We hope y'all love it. We hope y'all do. Prepare yourselves for it. But just so you know, the audio podcast will have an additional story on it that will be dropped on that Tuesday. So if you haven't, if you haven't been listening to our audio podcast, you really, really should. Okay. I'll get you these two. And please forgive me if I say your name incorrectly. Ahego, Akani, Markeia, me too. Don't leave me hanging, honey. You just got your shout out. And Abrianne Gutierrez, I love your videos. Can you please do me a shout out? You just got your shout out, baby. All right. So I very much enjoy y'all, all of y'all. And yeah, like I said in the comments, let me know if we want to do this more frequently than a month. If we want to do things like talk classic horror movies. If you want me to do things like read some more unedited horror stories like this, or like fan letters. I want there to be like interaction and dialogue between us. We got this. And then yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my personal social medias. Darth Markeia on Twitch, because I am going to start live streaming some horror games there. And my Instagram is Markeia McCarty. It's MarkeiaMccarty. If y'all don't know, it's cool. There's a silent E in there. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that. And yeah, my Facebook is Markeia TV. So yeah, otherwise than that, I tried to give y'all a more of a fuller time than we've done in the past because gosh knows this has been some true March madness. This has been like, you know, space madness, cabin fever, March madness. So I wanted us to just have a little bit more time. Let me know if you like that or if you want to have things kept shorter. But yeah, next time we'll do some more horror reads too. So let's go ahead and end it here. Until next time, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.